have a serious problem. The luxury perfume industry is on fire in a good way. Every other day, it seems like a brand new luxury fragrance brand opens its doors, launches their websites, and they put all of these gorgeous fragrances on the market. And honestly, I cannot keep up. They're just incredible, beautiful perfumes. Very exciting. At the end of the day, though, I have noticed, realized, and experienced 3 brands that honestly just they stand out to me. They have their own identity. They're not trying to be anybody else, and I think that they are just absolutely gorgeous, and I will never be disappointed by what they put out. And so today I'm going to be sharing those 3 brands with you. Hello, my name is Ellison, and I am the picky perfume girl, and I'm on a mission to curate the perfect perfume collection. So if that is something that you are interested in seeing more of, then I would highly recommend you hit that subscribe button down below. So the third brand, we're going to sort of work our way down, okay? We're going to work our way to number 1. So the third brand, my third favorite brand, is Valentino. So I feel like that is not necessarily what everybody expects, but let me just be clear here. Like, clear, honest, and very candid. Valentino is fun, okay? Like, of all of the luxury brands out there, Valentino successfully executes being very classic, having a very classic demeanor and a very classic style about them, while also having fun, okay? They add a little spice, a little, something different, very unique, very artistic about their brand, and that is no different with their perfumes. Okay, they obviously create very high quality perfumes. I've smelled a number of their fragrances. They have their beautiful behavior, beautiful build of fragrances. And so with Valentino, like I said, I consider Valentino to be the fun side of luxury, or the fun side of old classic luxury, because Valentino is not new, okay? Valentino has been around for a minute. And so personally, I love the older brands. I love to support the older brands, and I always like to dig into the older brands because, I mean, they're the reason we are where we are now, okay? The older brands, they are the ones that built the trade. They are the ones that built the industry. And while you can say what you want to about the price point, you could say what you want to about, oh my word, it just costs so much to have. Personally, I feel like with a luxury brand, with an old brand, with a classic brand, what you are purchasing is not just, oh, I have this brand, okay? It's not just logo rights. When you are purchasing from these older brands, what you are doing is you are noticing and recognizing and respecting the contribution to the trade that they have built and that they have invested in themselves. And so with Valentino, while they are, they're very fun, they're also very old. And so I love that, okay? I love the fact that they are fun, but they are old, and they are a classic brand. And so Valentino is one of my favorite luxury perfume brands. My second favorite, and this might shock you that it is my second favorite, getting tongue-tied. My second favorite, though, is commodity fragrances. So commodity fragrances, honestly, they have some of the most beautiful perfumes, but what they are able to achieve while still being very simple and very minimalistic is incredible, okay? I mean, these perfumes pack a punch. Every single one of them, it doesn't matter if it is a personal or a bold scent-based perfume, it is gorgeous. It doesn't matter if it is one of their archive classic fragrances that, they don't have scent spaces, they're just right. I remember when I first encountered commodity fragrances and I had a sampler of Wool, and the Wool fragrance, oh my gosh, like gorgeous, a gorgeous perfume. And so with commodity, what I have to say that I love about them, again, is just how simple they are, okay? Their approach to perfume is not about flash. Their approach to perfume is not about like, oh, how fancy can we make the bottle? Or how sparkly and flashy and big and excessive can we make the logo? And all of this stuff. Nothing about the brand is excessive. Everything about the brand, it just feels like it goes into quality. It goes into like building a very solid fragrance. And the perfumes that you get, I feel like they're absolutely incredible for the price that they are. I mean, there's a lot of like fragrance brands out there now that they easily go for $200, $300. And personally, I really adore the commodity fragrances, and I like the commodity fragrances a lot more than some of those higher price point fragrance brands. And so with commodity, I mean, it's another fragrance brand that it just doesn't let me down. Even if I am not like obsessed with a perfume, I cannot deny that it is a good perfume, okay? I am not one to say like, oh, I hate this perfume, so that must mean that this is a trash perfume. No, I think that everybody has their own opinion and their own view of a perfume. And so my opinion of the smell itself, I mean, it is obviously going to be different. What I really am like super focused on is the quality of the fragrance itself. Obviously, for my personal collection, I'm going to purchase the smells that I absolutely adore and not the ones that I dislike. But with commodity, again, even the perfumes that I'm like, like not really for me, I still cannot deny the fact that that is a very well made, a very well designed, and a very well crafted fragrance. And so commodity is my second favorite. Now, number one, and this is today. Obviously, things can change. Things can always change. This is number one for right now. And my number one absolute top favorite perfume brand at the moment is Ellis Brooklyn. Okay, I have talked about Ellis Brooklyn over and over and over and over and over again, and how much I absolutely adore their fragrances. I was sort of surprised by how much I love their fragrances because, you know me, I like a very bold, a very like sort of unhinged fragrance, okay? I like to fill the room for sure. I like a strong one. But with Ellis Brooklyn, all of their fragrances are very balanced. All of their fragrances are very like effortless to wear. When I wear them, it feels like this has become a part of me. When I wear their fragrances, it feels like this is lingering naturally. It just makes me smell like I naturally smell amazing. It doesn't feel like you are coating yourself in something artificial. It feels like it just becomes a part of you. And so I really love Ellis Brooklyn. And I feel like the brand itself and just how they are branded, how they create, and how they sort of make themselves known, I'm gonna say, or present themselves to the public, it just feels very, once again, effortless. It doesn't feel like in your face. It doesn't feel like look at me, or flashy, or anything like that. Ellis Brooklyn, it literally feels like, oh yeah, we just whipped these perfumes together and here they are. Like, super chill. Like that, I love that. I love the fact that it's like, we're chill and we believe in our fragrances and we believe that, you know, they're really nice fragrances and like, here they are, okay? We don't need pomp and circumstance to sell these fragrances. I love, still with branding, I really like, you know, how they play with color, how they play with names, you know, all these things. I feel like the branding itself is very genius, but the perfumes themselves, I mean, that is what I obviously really care about, and the perfumes do not disappoint. And what I especially love about every single one of their fragrances is that I've never smelled these perfumes before. There are a lot of fragrances, and unfortunately a lot of luxury fragrances, that it's like, I've already smelled this. Like, I've already smelled this. I've smelled this 10 times in the same day. That's always super boring to me, okay? With all of the natural fragrance notes, plus all the synthetic fragrance notes that are out there nowadays, I feel like we have a lot of wiggle room and a lot to play with and to create. And so whenever I'm like smelling smells that it's like, this is no different than something else I've ever smelled before, that disappoints me. But with Ellis Brooklyn, every single one of their fragrances are incredibly unique and very individualistic, okay? Again, it doesn't smell like another brand or another perfume that I've smelled before. They are all very different from each other, and they are like, they span a lot of different fragrance families. You know, we have fruity fragrances, floral fragrances, ambery fragrances, sandalwoody fragrances, woody, you know, sweet. I mean, we have all of these different fragrance categories and families packed into Ellis Brooklyn. And so I just feel like this brand is willing to play, and this brand is willing to have fun, and they really are not worried about anything else besides that. And so I really love Ellis Brooklyn. Ellis Brooklyn it has become a fast favorite for sure. Those are my three absolute favorite luxury brands at the moment. Obviously, if I encounter a luxury brand that like sweeps me off my feet, then things might change. But at the moment, these three, They have my heart for sure, and my undying devotion. If you are interested in seeing some of my favorites from these brands, then I highly recommend you check out my LTK shop. In there, I have tons of different perfumes that I'm trying, that I'm testing. I have perfumes that I've added to my collection already, my curated collection, but I also have like different categories and groups and collections of perfumes from these specific brands, okay? My absolute favorites that I adore from these brands. So if you're interested in seeing the perfumes that I love from these brands specifically, then I would highly recommend you check out my LTK shop. Definitely follow me because I'm always updating that and I'm always trying new things and adding new things. So definitely check me out there. And if you are interested in seeing one of the Ellis Brooklyn perfumes that I am currently absolutely raving over and desperate to get my hands on, then I would highly recommend that you watch this video right here. This is my review of the Ellis Brooklyn Sweet perfume, which for all of my gourmand girlies and all of my non-gourmand girlies, I think you're gonna love it. So definitely give that video a look-see. Thank you so much for watching. I love you oh so very much, and until we meet again, so long.